important to preserve confidentiality.
I'm good.
Ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you for your patience with me and
Commissioner
technology.
Payne has her hand up. So.
Oh, Commissioner Payne, please.
Can I request a bio break before we move into the next executive
Absolutely,
session?
'cause you're in charge. This is a bio break for our last item.
And lunch for all of you.
The bio break will also involve lunch for those of us in the room. Thank you, Commissioner, for your suggestion. We'll go on recess only to reenact our executive session under authority already provided.
We're off mute. Commissioners Kane and Macaulay, are you with us?
I'm here.
Perfect.
And you guys are both eating, I hope. I see that. Fun to watch you eat, Commissioner Macaulay. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
All
I
right,
just finished.
thank you very much. I haven't, as I'm. Okay. We will now reconvene our executive session for a special purpose covered earlier under our executive session authorities. This is a time set for consideration of a issue that needs to be considered under the attorney-client privilege and not talked about beyond this meeting by any of us for reasons that will become clear in a moment after Mr. Brady and anybody else who wants to speak and summarize the issue for us. Thank you for the memorandum, which we're protecting and not sharing with anybody else. It's right here. And for the record, I would add that for Ms. Mason, I have not had a serial communication on this issue with anybody.
Good.
Council Brady, please proceed.
Thank you, Chair. So just to set up the purpose of this executive session is to both inform you of the lawsuit or petition that's been filed, as well as allow an opportunity for you to ask any questions about process, the legal issues that are presented, or anything of any rights and duties that you may inquire about related to the litigation. So as the memo outlines, the North Wasco People's Utility District filed a petition, what's called a validation petition. They served OGEC with that petition. The purpose of that validation petition is for them to seek certainty as to a resolution that they passed. The resolution involved compensation of their board members. So their board members have statutory authority to set compensation for their board directors. That's what they did in this situation. They, by all accounts, appear to have complied with the conflict of interest provisions in doing so. At the end of that process, they now want to accept that compensation, and they are concerned because of some informal advice that was given, concerned that they may be at risk related to use of office provisions and the ethics laws. And so rather than seek an advisory opinion from the commission, they went this direction to seek a declaration essentially from the court saying that their resolution is authorized and valid and that they can accept that compensation. We referred that to our DOJ trial division. We've filed an appearance in the matter. We actually do not have any interest in the underlying validation petition. We think, just from what they pleaded, we think they probably have the authority to do what they did. But what we want to do is protect the interests of OGEC and how maybe the court will look at this particular issue. So what we are concerned about is that if OGEC did not appear in the matter, the judge may declare something that is really outside of the jurisdiction of the validation proceeding, such as declaring that they have not used their office or declaring that they have no ethics violations. That's not what the validation proceeding is to be about. And so we filed an appearance. We will work through those issues as we go. The litigation is in its infancy, so nobody's filed any formal documents other than the petition itself. Separately, the attorney for the trial division reached out to the attorney for the PUD to see if there's a way to both to explain the process for getting advice, as well as to see if there's possibility that they would just dismiss the action given that opportunity. They have since reached out to seek a staff advice from the executive director related to some questions that they have, whether or not they did use or would use a use of office or have a use of office violation under some hypothetical circumstances that are similar to what they've already done. And so based upon that advice, if it's issued, that may cause them to either narrow their validation petition to to take out the issues related to ORS 244, or it may cause them to dismiss it altogether, or they may proceed. We don't know at this point in time. But that's the nature of the litigation that we have and what we've done so far to protect OGEC's interests moving forward.
Questions, please. Thank you, Sean. Questions? I have one, but it's a minor one. Go ahead. Colleague? Which court?
Well, yeah, Wasco Circuit Court.
Wasco Circuit? Thank you. Any other questions? So the advice to us is to not talk about this in any way, shape, or form until, at the moment, until resolution. If then,
Right. I mean, if you want updates, we can certainly come back and bring updates as we go along through the process. We're not asking you to make a decision at this point in time. There's nothing to decide.
Right.
We will appear and defend the interest of OGEC as it's presented through the case.
we were alerted to this because we were served.
That's correct.
So that means that someone thought that we could be involved or would be involved or might want to be involved. Is that?
Right. And so in my discussions with the attorney for Wasco PD or North Wasco PD, they believed, because it involved ethics issues, that they should serve the Oregon Government Ethics Commission out of an abundance of caution to make sure that they've covered their bases, at least letting OGEC know that this matter, which may involve ORS 244, exists. And
Sure.
That's why they do that.
Fair point. Yeah, thank you. Other comments, questions, colleagues?
Seems like
Mr. Thompson, please.
Seems like an expensive way to email us, but hey, whatever.
Good point. Any other questions, comments, concerns? Executive?
Just that we are drafting a letter of advice, and we shall see if that satisfies their concerns.
As usual, such a letter will pass muster with the Department of Justice, whomever over there helps us.
Yes, it has been forwarded.
Thank you very much. Okay, good. Colleagues, that's it for the executive session. Unless anybody has any comments on matters before us today. That said, we will now adjourn the executive session and move back into public session. Sean, thank you for this summary in writing. I appreciate it very much, as we all do. We'll now move back into the